I have my own life. I have my own money. I have my own career. And I have my own finances. I had everything without him. But growing over time and we learned to like each other, okay, we could have blended that together. But he said, you're too big time for me. I could never date you. And the reason is because I had expectations that I would have held him to, that he knew, because I held him to those as a friend. So he knew it was going to be too much work to end up dating me because of the expectations that I hold being an independent woman with my own goals, aspirations, dreams, and money, my own home, my own everything. I had expectations for a man and how a man would treat me. And he knew he wasn't going to be able to uphold those expectations. So you know what the fuck happened? Ran to the weaker girl. One thing about it, and two things for sure, a man is always going to run to the weaker woman instead of being accountable to be with the woman that expects more out of him. Yeah, I said it. It's not rocket science. Men are lazy and they will always go with the weaker option. And I'm going to explain to you how I...
What's up, y'all? This your boy, Mazo. Now, you're lazy and you're going to run to the weaker option because you don't want her. Pretty much what she's saying is she got dumped and the guy left her for a woman that has less than her. He left her for a woman who's more submissive than her. He left her for a woman who's more feminine than her, who's more softer than her, who's more nicer than her. Because we can clearly see that this woman is very masculine.
Figure this out with someone that I dated. So the last dude that I talked to, loved him dearly, great guy, no beef with him at all, cool, whatever. We grew into loving each other through a friendship, right? Totally not planned, whatever, it is what it is. So one day I told him, I actually think it's better that we ended up as friends because I don't think we would have ended up good together in a relationship. He got so offended and he was like, what do you mean we wouldn't have been good in a relationship? I think we would have been great. You had the opportunity to turn us into a relationship and you didn't.
Whoa. Because now you pretty much double talking because you just said that you told him that you don't think you and him would have been good together in a relationship. Now you're saying that, well, you had the opportunity to make us a relationship and you didn't. So pretty much you left the door open for him. So you did really want this guy. You see, you can't have it both ways because see, now she's doing this double talking. You see, guys, this boss chick energy, it's just talk. You know what I'm saying? This is one of these boss chicks. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that shit is just cap. She's trying to make it seem like she didn't really want this dude. Guys, she did want this dude because she's hurt by this. Make no mistake about it, guys. She's hurt by this. All this boss chick energy, that she's giving off, trust me, that shit is cap. She's hurt by this.
This man looked at me dead in my face and said, I could never date you. You're too big time for me. Now I'm gonna break that down. He said, I could never date you. You're too big time for me. Mind you, the person speaking was a professional athlete.
Let me translate that shit for you. What he told her is, I can't date you because you're too masculine for me. So I'm going to go over here with the woman who I think is more softer, who respects me, who's not going to condescend me. That's pretty much what he said. Because pretty much right now she's being kind of snarky and condescending.
As if you read in between the lines of what that man said, he basically said, and this is what I got out of it, you're doing too much. You have too much motion. He knows everything that I do on social media. I also was a sports reporter at the time. Okay. I'm a sports reporter. I'm on TV. I work for the NFL. I do social media full time. I have my own life. I have my own money. I have my own career and I have my own finances. I had everything without him, but growing over time and we learned to like each other. Okay, we could have blended that together. But he said, you're too big time for me. I could never date you. And the reason is because I had expectations that I would have held him to, that he knew, because I held him to those as a friend. So he knew it was going to be too much work.
See, right here, this is the part where she makes the man's penis go down, because you know, these women, they lead with their accomplishments. They lead with their accomplishments. And the reality of her life has shown her the opposite of what she thinks of herself, because time after time after time after time, you always find out that men do not want what you're selling. When you women try to lead with your accomplishments, that does not turn men on. That is not what men care about. We tell you this shit all the time, but you women don't listen. You don't really care about what men want. All you want to do is come to the table and tell us what you want. And how that's worked out for you. This woman is single as a motherfucker. And guys, I've seen other videos with her. She's okay. You know, she's like a 5 at best. She has a cute face, but you know, she's flat as a motherfucking pancake. She don't really have no bombshell ass body like that. I mean, she has a cute face, and I'm sure she's not a bad person. But listening to this woman talk, it's like talking to one of the homeboys. And men are not attracted to that.
To end up dating me because of the expectations that I hold, being an independent woman with my own goals, aspirations, dreams, and money, my own home, my own everything. I had expectations for a man and how a man would treat me. And he knew he wasn't going to be able to uphold those expectations. So you know what the fuck happened? Ran to the weaker girl. The girl who had nothing. The girl who had no career. The girl who had barely a job. The girl that had no money. The girl that...
Because see, he didn't really care about... Let me say this, man. For the 1 millionth time, men do not care about that bullshit. All this shit that she just listed, all these accomplishments that she just listed, didn't mean a goddamn hill of beans, because men will always choose femininity and submission from a woman. They're always going to go to the softer woman. See, all this old boss chick, independent queen type bullshit that she presenting, look where it's gotten her. And guys, let me say this shit once again. She's hurt by this. When these women are laying in that cold ass bed at 11 o'clock at night, the reality kicks in. I'm pretty sure she was crying herself to sleep at night when that man dumped her. Now the other woman is weak because he don't want you. Now the man, he's lazy because he don't want you. And thus far, she's not showing any kind of accountability, no self-reflection. Everything was all his fault, per usual.
Had no self-respect. The girl that had insecurities up the yin-yang. I'm secure within myself. I know who the fuck I am. If you're not treating me well...
No, she's not, guys. No, she's not. Because if she was, she wouldn't be making this video.
Beat it. Cut. If you're cheating on me, cut. If you don't respect me, cut. He went with the girl that allows all of that to happen because she needs him for survival. I didn't need him to survive. I have everything on my own. He would have been an add-on to what I had going on. But she needed him for survival, and he knew that. So he went with her because he knew he could get away with everything that I wouldn't have allowed because she needs him. I didn't need him, I wanted him. Heavy on the I didn't need him, I wanted him.
And there's the rub, guys. There it is. You see, that man knew he would have came second to her career. Hell, not even second. He would have came last, third or fourth to her career, because she has a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? And he would have came last. So guess what? He's gonna go with the woman who's gonna make him into a priority. And good for him. Good for him. I don't feel sorry for this woman. She brought this shit on herself, and now she's trying to play tough and trying to have this boss chick energy because deep down she's really hurting and she's too cowardly to admit that. It's nothing wrong with having feelings. You had feelings for this guy. You really like this guy. That's why you're making this video. You really liked this guy. That's the whole reason why she's making this video. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong to be vulnerable, because as a woman, you're supposed to be vulnerable. But she's not going to do that because she has to impress her other boss chick single friends.
And he knew that. It's not rocket science. Or we mutually part ways, the men always end up with the weaker option. Because I actually have self-worth, self-discipline, self-respect. I'm very independent. I do my own thing. And it takes a very secure man to be with a woman like that. And then what's...
Oh, Lord, y'all. Now you're insecure. See, this is that I'm a boss chick. He's intimidated by me. Guys, ain't nobody intimidated by these chicks, man. They ain't intimidating nobody. That's what she's kind of alluding to, that, you know what I'm saying, just because she's accomplished and she has a lot of shit going on, that he's intimidated. Guys, ain't nobody intimidated by these chicks. Don't let these women tell you this shit. Don't let these women talk down to y'all like this. Do not let these women condescend y'all like this. Ain't nobody intimidated by these women. Trust me, if she was in front of me, this woman wouldn't, she would not intimidate me. Trust me, I guarantee you that. I would not be intimidated by nothing that she presenting. Facts, I promise you that.
so crazy is the weaker one thinks they won. You didn't win, they settled. Everyone just settled at the end of the day. Everyone settles because they don't want to hold themselves to a higher standard and they don't want to work hard for it. Men don't want to work hard for anything. They barely want to get married anymore. And if they are married, they don't even uphold to the marriage standards. It's just a sheet of paper to them. Like, no one wants to actually work for something good. Everyone's just fucking lazy. So it's not rocket science, and you can't tell me that that's not true.
Carry your ass on somewhere, man. See, here's the thing, guys. I bet you any amount of money when they get together, she want to talk about business and how to come up more and all this bullshit. Men don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of women, they need to learn how to be a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sound like she knows how to be a girlfriend. No. All she wants to do is talk about accomplishing more shit and what all she's accomplished. Throughout the whole time she talked, all she did was lead with her accomplishments. All she did was lead with her accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? That's all she did. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, she didn't take any accountability. She took zero accountability and she just blamed him for everything. And was talking down on a woman that she didn't even know. If that's not insecure, I don't know what is. And you see, once again, the reality of her life has showed her the opposite of what she thinks of herself. This boss chick, I'm strong and independent energy, look at what that's gotten her. But anyway, y'all, man, let me know what you think in the comments, man. This your boy, Mazo. Like and subscribe, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.